Look around the room at your classmates. Some of you will not finish this class. Many of you will not make it to graduation. The reason for your lack of success is not that you lack intelligence, but that you lack a well-structured method of study. Repetition and reduction provides that method. It may be old school, but it remains true today as yesterday. The only way to learn is through repetition. You must visit and visit again the material until you learn it. Note that I say visit rather than study. The key, however, is visiting the information in a different format than the time you did before. The secret is the second part, reduction. With each visit, you must reduce the amount of material that you visit the next time. Repetition and reduction allows you to take a 30-page chapter and reduce it to a single page of notes in 7 steps. How can only one page of information provide you with enough knowledge to answer everything that is in a 30-page chapter? Well, it can't. If you are required to know everything, a different strategy is needed. If you are preparing for an essay exam, a different strategy is needed. If you are taking an exam that gives you answers to select from, or a portion of the answer, then you do not need to know the answer to get the question correct. Let me repeat this. You do not need to know the answer to get the question correct. You need to know only enough information to choose between given answers or to eliminate the wrong answers. First, preview the chapter. Consider headings, topics, maps, graphs, tables, photographs, and if available, the chronology at the end of the chapter. Read the captions and comments associated with these tools. These tools are indicators of major points and provide snapshots of the bigger picture. Next, make a single-page outline. Textbooks usually provide a formal outline of each chapter, or at least provide a list of information that easily translates into an outline. Now, explode this single page into 5 or 6 pages that you will fill in with notes from the chapter. Why take notes? Can you digest and memorize a full 30-page chapter? Of course not. Repetition and reduction allows you to take 30 pages of text and reduce it to 5 pages of notes. What are notes? Notes are not a copy of the original. Notes are a brief record to aid the memory, kind of like texting. Notes include symbols, phrases, keywords, codes, abbreviations, crude drawings, etc. Before taking notes, read the chapter, highlighting only the key elements of the material, only that which is needed to understand what is read. Think of Twitter and texting. You do not use full sentences and complete words to convey an idea. First, segregate each page into 3 distinct sections: the outline, the top and bottom of the page, and the left and right margins. The outline, to which you fill in your notes from the text, runs down the middle of the page and is the largest section. Keep the left column empty. This will serve a very important role when it comes to studying. Use the right margin to identify main points, reference notes, and study hints, often given in lecture. Save the top and bottom in case you need more space to expand your outline. Visit the highlighted material in the text. Summarize this material in your own words, relying on notes to represent the highlighted material. In other words, reduce what is highlighted even further. Remember, the content of the outline itself will support the notes you add. Fold your lecture notes into your book notes. The key is to listen. Not everything said by the professor needs to be noted. Much of what is worth noting from the lecture will already be in your book notes. Do not note what you already know, what you have already noted from the book, what you do not need to know, such as sidebar discussions, personal experiences, and funny stories. This stuff may help you better understand the material, but it will not be on the test. Do note only what fits your outline. Before you even begin studying, you have already visited the material 6 times. How much do you think you have already learned? Look how much you have already reduced the amount of material to study. Photocopy 2 sets of your 5 pages of chapter notes. In this example, 5 chapters or 25 pages. You will make 2 fill-in-the-blank exams from these copied notes. This is where the saved empty left margin comes into play. Exam 1 is a terms exam. Take a marker and blacken out key names, terms, etc., leaving visible the definition and details that pertain to that key item. In the left margin, can you fill in the blank? Repeat this process until you can fill in all the blanks. Exam 2 is a definitions exam. Take a marker and blacken out the definitions and details, leaving the terms and keywords visible. In the left margin, write the essence of the information in a single word or very short phrase. Repeat this process until you can fill in all of the blanks. After these 2 steps, you should have learned what is necessary, but there is one final step. Remember the single-page outline from the beginning? Now, take what is in the margin and apply it to the single-page outline. This is what you study, if needed, a single page for each chapter. Transferring to the single-page outline does 2 things: conceptualize what you have committed to memory, and provides a tool for recall the day of the exam. Congratulations, you have completed the program. You have reduced 5 chapters of 150 pages of text to 5 pages of notes. You have visited the material 11 times in multiple formats, reducing the amount of material with every visit. Here is where the 11 visits occurred. 1. Preview and construct an outline. 2. Read and highlight. 3. Paraphrase in your mind what you have highlighted. 4. And see your mind come out of your fingers and onto your page as notes. 5. Listen to lecture. 6. Add to your notes. 7. Make a fill-in-the-term exam. 8. Take the exam. 9. Make a fill-in-the-definition exam. 10. Take the exam. 11. Move answers to the single-page outline. Is this a lot of work? Not if you do steps 1 through 5 for each chapter as you go. Fall behind and you must cut corners, learn less, and score poorly on the exam. Stay current, complete the program, and score well. Success is more about time management than it is about being smart. A comment about test anxiety. The only cure for test anxiety is having the confidence that you are well prepared for the exam. You may study hard and still fear that you neglected something or could have studied in a different way. You must have a program, repetition and reduction, or something else. Once you have completed a defined, proven program that works for you, relax. You are ready. There is nothing else you need to do. Sleep like a baby and show up for the exam free from test anxiety with the confidence that you are well prepared and ace the exam.